Hi, I'm McCrickard, and this is the fishing report for the month of March in Virginia. In this month's report, we head out to the far western portion of the state to visit the gem that is Lake Moomaw, located on the border of Allegheny and Bath counties. We're going to hear from DWR Fisheries Technician Justin Branch, who's going to highlight some tactics and techniques to target early season pre-spawn smallmouth bass out here on Lake Moomaw. Additionally, we're going to hear from Fink, regional fisheries biologist, who's going to highlight the fishery from a management perspective, in addition to shining a little bit of light on the ongoing habitat improvement work that the Department of Wildlife Resources has been involved with right here on Lake Moomaw. Nestled in the Allegheny Highlands, Lake Moomaw is the second largest impoundment in western Virginia at just over 2,500 acres. Moomaw is formed by Gathrite Dam, which backs up the Jackson River for 12 miles. This pristine fishery boasts one of the few quality stillwater smallmouth bass populations in the state. In March, it can pay dividends to take your time and fish slowly on Lake Moomaw. The patient angler can find success this time of the year.
Hey, we're out at Moomaw. It's early spring. Fish are being real timid. We're fishing real slow, dragging some worms on main lake structures, and we're coming up with some better fish today.
Out here on Lake Moomaw, we just caught this small smallmouth bass off of some habitat that we actually sunk earlier in the year to kind of promote some great angling opportunities near some of these campsites here. We'll let this fish go.
One, two, three.
The Department of Wildlife Resources' efforts to improve the fishery here at Lake Moomaw include habitat enhancement.
Hi, my name is Fink. I'm a district fisheries biologist for the Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources, and we're here at Lake Moomaw today to talk a little bit about the bass fishery. We have smallmouth bass and largemouth bass both in Lake Moomaw. This lake is really known for its smallmouth fishery. It's the best resource we probably have in Virginia for lake fishery for smallmouth. The smallmouth are more towards the southern end of the lake, where the bigger bowls areas are, and the largemouth are more towards the upper or northern part of the lake. We manage smallmouth here in the Lake Moomaw based on some fishing regulations, minimum size of 12 inches. We also are out here today installing some fish habitat. If you go on our website at Lake Moomaw, you can find these fish habitat locations on maps and target those areas to catch more fish. The fish habitat structures we install are made out of pallets, concrete block, Christmas trees, and all that's cabled together. And we usually put them in about 25 feet of water. That's where it's safer for boats to be running, so they're down deep enough. And that's also where a lot of oxygen in the lake will be for smallmouth to be hanging around. Other species of fish in Lake Moomaw include catfish, a few yellow perch, some crappie, and some brown trout and rainbow trout that we stock annually. Smallmouth in Lake Moomaw range from very small when they're young to everything up over 20 inches. There's a lot of fish in the 12 to 16 inch range, so anglers can target those and always target, if they can find the bait fish, the alewives, that's where the smallmouth are going to be.
We're hoping for some more fish to move up in the water column. Didn't really find it today. The few bites we had today, we really had to fish slower, really take our time. Patience was the key today. Really slow down and drag some baits around. Today we did fairly well fishing on a jig, a shaky head, and then we had some high winds today. So we were able to mix in some jerk bait and some windy banks, and also slow rolling a swim bait around. So sometimes those tactics out here will get you bit this time of year.
Thanks for tuning into this month's fishing report. Hopefully these tips and techniques can help you have success out on the water, and we hope to see you at Lake Moomaw this year. Please comment below. Let us know what questions you have about this fishery or about targeting smallmouth bass across the Commonwealth. We'll see you on the water.